Welcome back to our lengthy segment of Ask the Mayor questions. Today we're going to tackle a few questions that don't necessarily fit neatly into categories, but I am here. My name is Joe Atkinson. I'm Mayor Terry's Communications Director. With me is Mayor Terry. Welcome back, Mayor.
Hey, everybody.
And the first question, my question is somewhat personal, but I want to ask something different than what has been asked above. Who has been what has been the most personally gratifying experience thus far as mayor, and what has been one of the most challenging aspects of being mayor? In the end, the mayor is a human being like the rest of us. It's a challenging job that most certainly comes with very gratifying moments, and I'd like to hear about that if you're willing to share.
Yeah, I am human. I'm your neighbor. I mean, I'm your friend. I experience life much like all of you. But I'll tell you, probably the most challenging part of this job is balancing urgency with vision. There tends to be always a pressing issue that pops up, whether that's a sinkhole on Riverside, a funding gap, or a policy issue, and you can get in the mode of reacting, which is a challenge. And I'm trying to figure out, and I'm figuring out as I go, as a leader, to keep my eye on the long game. And that has been a little bit of a challenge for me. But in terms of what's been most gratifying, more than anything, I think it's the moments when, whether young or old, come up to me and with such genuine sense say how much they appreciate what I do. I'm able to lay down at night and know that I've done the best that I can for the people in this community, and that means a lot to me. When I leave this office, I want to leave it better than when I received it. For as long as I'm here, I want to do the best that I can for the residents of Evansville, and that's going to be overall the true gratification that I'll have about serving as mayor.
The next question is about homelessness. Is there a plan of action to deal with the huge influx of homeless people coming into town by the busload? It makes me sad to see the negative impact on downtown and on our city parks after so much improvement lately.
Yeah, so you're right. Homelessness is continuing to grow, not only in this community but others. I've had a number of conversations with mayors across this state. Actually, I think last month I was in Bloomington. We had a roundtable on this very topic. We talked about what strategies Bloomington is using, and we're looking at some of their policies to see if there's something that we can adopt here. But ultimately, the goal is that we ensure that no one lives on our streets. It's not going to happen overnight, but we want to definitely be sure that we execute the plan that the Evansville-Vanderburgh County Commission on Homelessness has put into play. It was just approved last year and rolled out. You can find that online if you want to look at the strategic plan that has been prepared for us to really address this issue. We've always taken a housing first approach, and we recognize that we want to do that, coupled with being sure that we are providing crisis intervention support services to individuals that are living on the street. You'll see our street outreach teams going out. You've got law enforcement, you've got crisis outreach team, you've got nonprofit providers like ECHO that are all going out at the same time, talking with individuals, trying to figure out their reasons for being unhoused. What can we do to support them and get them into adequate housing, whether that is temporary or permanent? There's more resources definitely that need to be put into this space, but we're doing everything we can to respond as quickly as we can for individuals so that they have a place that they can call home.
Along a similar vein, what is the city of Evansville doing to protect vulnerable populations like immigrants, homeless people, and transgender people who live in our community who are currently being targeted on a state and federal level?
Yeah, we have said as a community that E is for everyone, and I think we'll continue to strive for just that. There are a number of nonprofit organizations that serve these vulnerable populations, and we're grateful for the work that they do to ensure that those individuals have a good quality of life here in our community.
And finally, in 2020, Mr. Trockman, Mr. Burton, Ms. Mosby et al. Passed a resolution declaring racism a health crisis in Evansville. I do not consider the people of Evansville racist. Do you? And if not, do you support the city council rescinding this resolution?
I do not think that the people of Evansville are racist. Have I experienced racism myself? Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you, Mayor. Again, if you did not hear the response to your question, please go back to the original post, scroll down, and you should find the answer there. If you don't hesitate to reach out to us through the either Mayor Stephanie Terry Facebook page or the City of Evansville page. You can send a direct message, tell us you didn't get your question answered, and we'll get it answered for you.